Good morning, guys. Here is our second little video, YouTube video. This first video is going to be about actually getting your homeschooling schedule together and the different things that you need. The first thing with doing homeschooling, for those of you who are not educators, you're gonna have to come with some patience, love, and understanding, extra from what you give as a parent, because it's very, very different. Because as a teacher, you're more tolerant of other people's children than you may be of your own. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to show you a schedule that I have created for Daryl. I'm going to show you a schedule that my niece is using with her kids. And then if you kind of text me and give me some feedback of what your day is and what are some of the things maybe that your schools have provided for you, I will try to customize a schedule for you that will work for you. I've seen different schedules where they go all the way up until bedtime, which is one of the schedules that I'm going to show you. I am not locking myself in as such, because typically I'm not locked in as a parent like that anyway. My nights and days start early, nights end long. So that is not ideal for young children. So you have to decide exactly what it is that you want to do, and with your schedule, because some of you are working from home and you have other jobs, attorneys, physical therapists, etc. So you just have to do what works best for you in your home. But one thing I will tell you, make sure that you keep God first, because that's going to maintain your sanity. So I'm going to show you a schedule. And this schedule that I'm going to show you is very colorful, and it is for children from ages 4 to 8, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a pre-K, kindergartner, and a second grader. So this is what their schedule looks like. So just to give you an idea that there has to be a set schedule, and you need to post it and let those children know that this is the schedule, because on a typical school day, there is a schedule on the board and there is an agenda to let them know what's coming next. Children have to have consistency and know what's coming next. And you can't go with, because I'm the mama or because I'm the daddy and I said so. That's not going to work, because that's not how it's done in school. So a part of the struggle is that kids know the consistency of school, and so we have to try to make every effort to make it seem more school-like. So get them up, get them dressed, get them fed, the whole gamut. As you see, I actually have some clothes on, and I comb my hair. So we have to make it more realistic than not. Don't do it in your pajamas, because I don't like it when parents come to school in their pajamas. So please don't try to homeschool your kids and everybody's in their pajamas, because that is not realistic and school-like. I'm going to show you, I have Daryl's schedule up, and along with his schedule, I also have his passcodes, because as a 14-year-old or that middle school, high school age, they are going to forget everything. They will swear they don't know the passwords that the school gave them. And so I am smarter than a 5th grader. So I got the codes way before school. We had this little situation here. But please reach out to your school if they have websites that they use during the instructional day. Make sure you get the codes for those, because that's going to be a lifesaver too, because they can actually track what the kids have been doing, and it'll make it better when we transition back into our school settings. So here we go. Here's Dow's little schedule thing. Yep. That is put his business out. That is his codes, and zoom out a little bit. And here is his daily schedule, which is posted for him to see where he has been working on his device. So mine is posted. You do what works best for you. If you have a little spot, you can write it on a sheet of paper and put it up with tape. If you have thumbtacks, whatever, put it up. Like I said, try to make it more like a school setting. If you have a special table, let that be the special table every day. I know some of you with younger children, y'all have those cutesy little tables and chairs. Let that be a workstation. And if you have multiple areas that you can transition them into, that would be awesome. To make it seem like a rotation station, especially if you have multiple age kids. That way, they're not all together, because the little ones sometimes distract the older kids. So you have to keep that in mind. So if you have rotation stations, and what I mean by that is if you have, say, the kitchen table, and you may have one, maybe your first grader working at the kitchen table. If you have a third grader, then if you have an office or some other area with a table and chair, allow them to work in there. And then you do rotations. And then you walk around and you monitor. You don't have to hover over them. You get them started, answer any of their questions. But mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, you cannot go and start watching Lifetime or something like that, because you want to stay visual, and they have to know that you are monitoring what they are doing. So, all right, so I think I may have given you a lot, but first thing first, make sure you come with your best attitude and not necessarily your parent attitude, because sometimes that's not the best attitude when dealing with your own children. Get in the mindset of an educator who has to deal with your lovely babies, and have to give a little extra, and you become animated a little bit, because a lot of it is animation. And although you may not be pleased with what their answer is, oh my God, this is the best thing ever, but let's look a little closer. I need you to give me a little bit more. I need you to work on this and change this. So just some little extra love and kindness. The second thing, first should have been come with Jesus, your Jesus juice in you. Second, your best attitude, role play as a teacher. Third thing is make sure that you have a schedule and start working on that schedule. If you need assistance with that schedule, text me, call me. I'll be getting my student up in a little bit to get on his computer, so I'm running a little late. But schedule a place for them to work, and then that's all I'm gonna give you for now. And I'm gonna come back a little later and add another little video of some things next. So this one was just a how do I get it started, because I know you've been doing it. Today makes your 4th day, and I commend you for what you've done so far. Those students who have codes that I've given you, math codes, the reading codes, I'm checking your work. I'm sending in those responses. Parents, guardians, make sure they go back in and you sit down and read the responses with them, because I'm giving them some things that I want them to go back into those stories and make corrections on their answers. And this is going to help them when it comes time to state testing, because a lot of the questions that they're getting, it's not a plethora of questions, but the questions are requiring them to think and go back in that text. So make sure that you are following up, because I am monitoring and I'm making notes in the comments section, and I expect them to make the corrections and resubmit. So if you didn't get any codes, make sure that you text me your kid's name, their grade, and I will work on that today when I get to work. So this is the second video. This is actually a real video. It's not a test. This is the real thing. So this could be actually one of home schooling. Tiffany Washington's homeschooling video. So like, share, join us. I hope this is going to be beneficial for you. Let me know, and keep watching, because I'll be continuously posting. Thank you, and y'all have a wonderful day with your darlings.